Question: who is the richest person in human history? Bill Gates? Warren Buffett? No, they were not even close, although they are very, very rich people. But the richest man in history is John Rockefeller, measured as a percentage of US GDP. Last year, Forbes compiled its latest list of billionaires, which included 946 people from around the world. Their total fortune is measured in $3.5 trillion. This is more than the gross domestic product of Germany, the third largest economy in the world. Today we will tell you about the 10 richest people in the history of mankind. John Rockefeller. Peak fortune, $318 billion. Age at this time, 74. When John Rockefeller was young, he said that he had two dreams: to earn $100,000 and live to be 100 years old. He died 2 months before his 98th birthday. John Rockefeller was born into a poor family. His father, William Avery Rockefeller, was a helpless man. His mother, Eliza, a representative of the Baptist Church from childhood, instilled in her son faith in God and a desire to work hard. Rockefeller started out as a simple accountant, then was the owner of his small wholesale business, and went on to the founder of the largest oil company in the world, Standard Oil. His company went down in history as the largest monopoly in US history. Standard Oil owned 90% of the refined oil, kerosene, market in America. The John Rockefeller Charitable Foundation is still doing good deeds. Andrew Carnegie. Peak fortune, $298.3 billion. Age at this time, 68. Andrew Carnegie emigrated to Pittsburgh, USA, from Scotland when he was still a child. When Andrew was 20, he mortgaged his mother's house and made his first investment. Carnegie invested $500 in the 19th century Atom Express, FedEx. But the real money came to Andrew from steel production. In the 1880s, he built the largest steel company in railroad tracks and some other less important areas for Carnegie. In 1989, he wrote the famous essay, The Gospel of Wealth, in which he argued that wealth should be distributed in order to improve the well-being of other people, thereby enriching the whole society. Andrew Carnegie spent about 90% of his fortune on charity. Nicholas II. Peak fortune, $235 billion. Age at peak, 49. Nicholas II, Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov, the last Russian Tsar. He ruled the empire from 1894 to the Revolution of 1917. His reign was remembered by the world, first of all, by the growth of anti-Semitic sentiments in Russia, the defeat in the Russo-Japanese War, the revolution, as well as the illness of his son, who could only be treated by the mysterious Rasputin. The life of the last Russian Tsar is surrounded by many secrets, legends, myths, and omissions. At the same time, it is interesting that there is no special merit of Nikolai himself that he took third place in the ranking of the richest people in history. He inherited all his fortune. William Henry Vanderbilt. Peak net worth, $231.6 billion. Peak age, 64. William Henry Vanderbilt is a real lucky man. He, like Donald Trump, did not start his business from scratch. He inherited $100 million from his father, Cornelius, commander of Vanderbilt. Cornelius from childhood prepared his son for the fact that he would have to inherit his father's business. At the same time, Cornelius was a rather strict father, Sometimes he even called his son a good-for-nothing moron. Of course, William was not such and managed to expand his father's empire. In the end, mutual understanding was established between father and son, and Cornelius became proud of what William had achieved. In 1885, when William died, he was the richest man in the world. Osman Ali Khan, Azaf Jah 7. Peak net worth, $210.8 billion. Peak age, 50. Azaf Jah 7 was the last ruler of the Kingdom of Hyderabad and Berar before it was invaded by India. According to most contemporaries, His Majesty was a benevolent ruler who was seriously engaged in promoting education to the masses, science, and construction. He made primary education compulsory for all citizens. In addition, according to his decree, it was free for poor people. When Azaf Jah was 37 years old, he brought the railway and electricity to his principality. Azaf was a true supporter of progress. In 1937, Azaf Jah appeared on the cover of Time magazine as the richest man in the world. It should be noted that this article is not about absolute amounts. All wealth is measured relative to the GDP of the country where these people lived. Thank you for watching.